Your car is a moving computer, and that makes it a target, but also fixable. Modern cars hide dozens of tiny computers under their skin. Each electronic control unit runs specific tasks like braking, steering, or climate. Those modules talk over shared channels such as the CAN bus. External links, cellular modems, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and USB become gateways into that network. Picture a city with many neighborhoods and a few weak checkpoints. Understanding those streets helps us defend them. Next, we map the common entry points attackers favor. An attack surface is every place an outsider might touch a vehicle. Telematics modems connect cars to mobile networks and cloud services. Infotainment systems run browsers, apps, and media parsers. Keyless entry radios and OBD2 ports give physical or radio access. Sensors like cameras, radar, and LiDAR feed automated driving systems. Each of these exposes risk when design or configuration is weak. Now we'll examine how researchers turned theory into headlines with real hacks. The Jeep Cherokee case changed everything. In 2015, researchers exploited a cellular-connected infotainment module. They pivoted through gateways and controlled steering and throttle at low speeds. That demonstration forced recalls and prompted major design shifts across the industry. It proved a headline scenario was practical under specific conditions. The takeaway: one weak link can cascade if isolation is poor. Up next, we'll look at the types of attacks that follow those weak links. Tesla research shows an important pattern. Fast patching matters. Security teams and independent labs find browser or key fob flaws. Manufacturers often respond with rapid over-the-air patches and bug bounties. That cycle, research, disclosure, patch, raise defenses fast. But it also shows attackers and researchers both target convenience features. Convenience can become risk when security lags behind. Next, we'll break down a common low-tech crime that still affects millions: relay theft. Keyless relay attacks are low-tech but effective. Thieves place a signal amplifier near a parked key fob, then relay that radio to a device by the car. The car believes the key is present and unlocks and starts. No direct software hack needed, just radio trickery. Newer keys use ultra-wideband and motion sensors to prevent this relay. Supple habits also help. Stay tuned to learn which parts of the ecosystem beyond the car deserve attention. Keyless relay attacks are low-tech but effective. Thieves place a signal amplifier near a parked key fob, then relay that radio to a device by the car. The car believes the key is present and unlocks and starts. No direct software hack needed, just radio trickery. Newer keys use ultra-wideband and motion sensors to prevent this relay. Supple habits also help. Stay tuned to learn which parts of the ecosystem beyond the car deserve attention. Electric vehicle charging adds a broader attack surface beyond cars. Charging stations run embedded controllers, networked backends, and billing services. Researchers have found insecure protocols and update paths in chargers. A compromised charger can be a stepping stone into operator systems or fleet services. Vendors now add secure boot, signed updates, and network segregation to chargers. The charging network matters as much as the car. Next, we'll explain why older designs struggle to catch up. One core difficulty is vehicle lifetime. Cars often stay active 10 to 15 years. Software and hardware evolve much faster. Long life cycles mean some vehicles lack secure hardware or OTA update support. Complex supply chains add dozens of software suppliers and libraries. Also, many legacy protocols, like CAN, assume trust and include no cryptography. Those realities complicate retrofitting strong security. Still, the industry is moving from ad hoc fixes to security by design. Next, we'll look at the concrete defenses now in use. Secure boot and firmware signing are primary defenses. Vehicles use cryptographic keys to ensure ECUs only run manufacturer-signed code. Hardware security modules store keys and speed encryption. Network segmentation places infotainment and telematics behind guarded gateways away from safety controllers. These measures reduce the chance that an app-level flaw cascades into brakes or steering. Manufacturers combine these building blocks into layered defenses. Coming up, how vehicles detect active attacks in real time. Intrusion detection systems monitor vehicle networks for abnormal behavior. They watch message patterns on CAN and flag unexpected command sequences. When anomalies appear, systems can alert drivers or drop into safe modes. Over-the-air updates let manufacturers push urgent fixes to thousands of vehicles quickly. Signed, staged updates with rollback protect integrity. Penetration testing and red teams constantly probe vehicles before and after launch. Mini recap: cars are connected, threats exist, and layered defenses are now standard. Next, we explore the role of standards and laws. Regulation turned cybersecurity from optional to required. UNECE WP29 rules mandate cybersecurity management and secure update processes. ISO SAE 21434 requires end-to-end cybersecurity engineering across a vehicle's lifecycle. Agencies like NHTSA and CISA publish guidance for manufacturers and fleets. These frameworks make secure design a baseline across market segments. They also create accountability for suppliers and integrators. Next, we'll see how architecture choices shift to reduce risk across the vehicle domain. A key architectural trend is zonal and centralized compute. Instead of many tiny ECUs, manufacturers move to fewer, powerful central computers. That simplifies software updates and enforces partitioning between domains. Zonal networks reduce long wiring runs and isolate faults, but centralization increases the potential blast radius if a core controller fails. Strong partitioning and hypervisors become essential. Next, we'll examine how automated driving and sensors complicate security in new ways. Advanced driver assistance systems rely on cameras, radar, and LiDAR. Attackers can try to spoof sensor inputs with manipulated signs, lights, or spoofed GPS. Engineers counter these attacks with sensor fusion and plausibility checks. They also monitor driver attention to avoid dangerous automation decisions. Validation uses large datasets and adversarial testing to harden perception models. Still, sensor attacks remind us that safety and security must work together. Next, we'll talk about vehicle-to-everything communication and its protections. V2X promises safer roads through car-to-car and car-to-infrastructure messages. Secure V2X uses public key infrastructure and certificates to authenticate messages. Systems also require certificate revocation to block compromised senders. Properly implemented, V2X reduces trust on a wild network and limits spoofing. But deployment requires careful key management and nationwide coordination. The security of that ecosystem will matter as deployment expands. Next, we'll highlight what drivers can do today to reduce their personal risk. You don't need a lab to improve your car's security. Keep vehicle firmware and mobile apps updated promptly. Use strong, unique passwords and enable multi-factor authentication for account access. Store key fobs in signal blocking pouches or disable passive entry if unused. Avoid cheap OBD2 dongles and untrusted accessories. Secure your phone with biometrics and a passcode. Those habits stop most real-world attacks. Next, we'll debunk common myths that overstate the risk. You don't need a lab to improve your car's security. Keep vehicle firmware and mobile apps updated promptly. Use strong, unique passwords and enable multi-factor authentication for account access. Store key fobs in signal blocking pouches or disable passive entry if unused. Avoid cheap OBD2 dongles and untrusted accessories. Secure your phone with biometrics and a passcode. Those habits stop most real-world attacks. Next, we'll debunk common myths that overstate the risk. Myth: hackers can seize any car remotely at will. Fact: widespread takeovers are rare and difficult. Myth: only luxury vehicles are targeted. Fact: attackers seek scale and weak links wherever they appear. Myth: avoiding the app keeps you safe. Fact: telematics and background services often remain connected. Myth: never updating is harmless. Fact: skipping patches leaves known holes open. Understanding these myths helps prioritize sensible protections. Next, we'll cover what to do if something seems off. If your car behaves oddly, stay calm and act methodically. Install pending updates immediately. Change account passwords and enable MFA. Unpair unknown Bluetooth devices and revoke app permissions. Check for recalls and security advisories using your VIN. Contact your dealer or manufacturer support with timestamps and photos. If safety is impacted, stop driving and seek professional help. Researchers should follow vendor disclosure programs or bug bounties. Next, we'll frame how security teams model threats to stay ahead. Security teams use a simple threat model, identify valuable assets, list likely adversaries, and map entry points. Assets include brakes, steering, personal data, and software integrity. Adversaries range from opportunistic thieves to determined state actors. Entry points are telematics, Bluetooth, USB, OBD, and supply chains. Mitigations combine authentication, segmentation, monitoring, encryption, and signed updates. Residual risk is managed through monitoring and fast patching. This mental model guides design and operations. Next, we summarize the takeaways and the practical bottom line for drivers. Bottom line, connected cars are safer than they were a decade ago. Real incidents forced recalls, better architectures, and stronger standards. Most real-world problems stem from weak passwords, keyless relay theft, or outdated add-ons. Layered defenses, secure boot, HSMs, segmentation, intrusion detection, and OTA updates make modern vehicles resilient. Your best defenses are updates, MFA, cautious pairing, and key management. If you want deeper guides or hands-on tips, there's more to explore beyond this video. If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe for practical security explainers, and comment with your car model or security question.